Hi, boys and girls. It's time for your reading mini lesson. We have been focusing on ways to show our thinking in writing about our reading, and we're going to continue that today. We've kind of wrapped up with our work with summaries, and now we're going to move on to writing a recommendation. So we recommend books to one another all the time, right? Or articles, or just a chapter, or look at this picture, or talk about them. And that's what readers do. And more formally, sometimes we want to write a recommendation where we can kind of bring all those thoughts together that we have about either a particular book or sometimes a whole series, and really, sort of support our thinking as to why we would recommend that, including some information about the books, enough to really get somebody excited to read it. So we know that a recommendation for a book or series encourages others to read it. So we're going to have a stab at that today. I have an example here to share. I took those 3 books, Wolf Island, A Bear's Life, and The Seal Garden, that are all by Ian McAllister and Nicholas Reed. And I just love that series. I love the way they use the illustrations so much to tell the stories. And I love the narrative nonfiction genre that they used, and just all the information that was included in those books. So I would highly recommend that series. So oftentimes you sort of start out with that lead. And I said, I love learning about animals in nature. Do you? So sort of that, here is who I would recommend this to. Without saying, I would recommend this book to someone who likes nature. It's sort of a more of a engaging way to get a reader to get excited about the books, and telling them who would be interested in it. So if you're interested in nature, I really think you would be interested in these books. If so, you will love the My Great Bear Rainforest series by Ian McAllister and Nicholas Reed. We obviously need to have the name of the book or the series and the author. I wrote the names of the book in a colon: Wolf Island, The Seal Garden, and A Bear's Life, so that our reader knows what the names of the books in the series are. These books are about animals in different habitats. So remember, we sort of have that thesis statement of what is the big idea? Well, they're all about their animals and in their different habitats. Then I have some examples. For example, some photos show wolves and bears fishing for salmon. Another photo shows a seal so close up that you can see every whisker on its face. So I'm kind of telling you about some really cool stuff that I loved. I love these books because they made me appreciate the beautiful places where these animals live and how important it is to protect their land. I would love to travel there someday, and I think you would too after reading these books. So it sort of has a voice of like selling it, so you're really wanting to highlight the cool stuff and then sort of draw your reader in. I think you'd like these too because of this or because of that. So let's kind of break down what we need to have in a good book recommendation. They include the title or series and the author. They tell you who should read the book, so who you're recommending it to, what readers who like or whatever, what the book is about, just a little. An interesting part, you really want to highlight at least one thing that would make someone else go, yeah, that does sound like a good book. And then why you liked it. So I gave some specific examples of what I loved about it. And so when we take it away, we know that when readers learn to write a book recommendation, they can express their opinions about books and support their opinions. And that is one of the most important things we do as readers. We read and we share. The sharing part is, what is your opinion of this book? And support it. What's your evidence to support that? So today in independent reading, what you're going to do is begin working on your book or series recommendation. You need to make sure that it includes who should read the book, the series and title names, the author, what the book is about, an interesting part, and why you liked it. And we'll be ready to share it tomorrow. Actually, we'll continue working on it tomorrow. So here's an example that we can kind of look at. This is my example broken up into those. What do you need to make sure you have in your book recommendation? And then I'll put this on the Canvas page too so you can look at it. So I have that first part of who should read the book. The next part, the series, the name, titles, author, all the important stuff that we need to know so that we even know what you're talking about. And what the book is about, just that thesis statement, that one sentence that kind of encompasses everything. An interesting part and why you liked the book. Okay, so you're going to get started on that today. You're going to go ahead and type that in your virtual reader's notebook because you don't have your paper pen one today, which is fine. And tomorrow we'll work on it again some more, and we'll go ahead and just pick it up right in your virtual reader's notebook. You're going to go into that writing about reading section and just go choose the slide that is just a regular page that you're just going to type into. I cannot wait to see what you're doing, how you started these, and then we'll be able to follow up tomorrow. Remember, pick a book or a series and be sure that it includes all of these things. This can be your first draft. You can get at least halfway done with it, and we'll finish it up tomorrow. Can't wait to see you.